live. We'll see what happens. We'll see if everybody's like told that I'm here or not. We're gonna wait until we get a few people in here. Do a little bit of a walk and talk. We're gonna talk about the foolishness that's going on the YouTubes with the Epstein files and the social media influencers and the White House. And if you don't like that, then it's probably time to scroll away. But if you do, then you're in the right place. So we'll give it a little bit of time here for people to pop in. I see Brad Bullseye Ben is in the house. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. One of my handful of moderators. We back. Yeah, I just got done watching a video that may have been a live stream. I don't normally like to call out other people on YouTube, things like that. But there's just so much foolishness going on. It's absolutely incredible. It's insane. It's absolutely freaking insane. And so I figured I needed to cover a little bit. Hopefully the spot I picked isn't too windy. Walking down the street is not bad, but we're gonna see what happens. I'm going to this little park over here. I'm gonna be using my handy Dan super duper instantaneous video stand. And we're gonna find out. It's a great little park. It's a great little town actually, but we're gonna see what happens. For those on the replay crew, just give it a second or fast forward or something like that. If you're here watching, do me a favor, check in and say hi. That's how we build relationships, believe it or not. That's how the real world works. So I'm almost at the park. I got my notes, I got my coffee, I got my Werther originals. I'm ready to do some old guy speak like it's cool. And that's what we're gonna do. This I don't know how long this live stream is gonna last, to be honest with you, but it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. All right, let me. Just like that, and just like that, and it's colder out here than I thought it was. So, dang, I just accidentally spilled out a box of 12-gauge shells in my passenger seat. Well, don't wreck your car, man. Don't wreck your car. 6-hour stream. Yeah, I've done those before. Okay, so, and if you are watching, please check in so I know who you are. I'd like to be able to say your name as well as mine. This cough just won't leave me alone. By the way, Bullseye, I got contacted by a company that makes Glock 19 uppers, or should I say slides. They're pretty freaking awesome, and they're pretty manageable too. Or I'm sorry, not manageable. What's the word I'm looking for? They ain't cheap, but they ain't expensive. So I'll be sharing that with everybody. I'm going to get I won't make any money off of it, but I'm going to get a code so that you guys can save 10% on them. And then they're going to be tooling up for Glock 17 and a couple others. They're kind of small right now. They're out of Tucson, Arizona, but this thing isn't coming out of its mount, is it? I hope not. LocalPrepper, good to see you. Cooler today. Let's see. Yeah, I really want one of them. But yeah, and I'll send you a link once I get the code. Like I said, I don't make any money on it, but I've already told them that, hey, listen, I really like this one, and I pointed it out on their website. And oh, by the way, I'd probably make a couple of videos for you if I had one. Hint, hint. But we'll see what happens. I just replied. They're really nice. They've been in the live stream before, so it is what it is. Shrapnel, what's up, man? What's up? I'm just sitting here in the cold wind blowing on my back. It's much colder than I thought it would be. Maybe I go out in the sun. We'll come back here if we have to. But like I said, I'm in this tiny little park in this tiny little town, and it's a little warmer out here in the sun versus I was just kind of like sitting in the shade, and they've got these what do they call them, tables. That one's even for crippled people. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm not sure how this is going to work with that like that. How is this? Better like that, I think. Oh, we get the American flag in the background. Look at that. Let me fix this stand. All right. That'll be kind of cool. Let's see if it works. Oh, we got to lower it down big time. All the way. Can I get this low enough? Oh, I can. Look at that. Look at that. America. There we go. So let's do. There. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now we're talking, guys. Now we're talking. All right. So I got my clipboard. I've been yammering on for about 5 minutes now for the replay crew and whatever. But I'm going to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get aware of this because I can feel my throat is not going to cooperate. I'm going to pop that in there. Let that lubricate the old speaking cords. All right. So got my notes. And do me a favor, guys. If you could put one in the chat for me if you like this kind of format. I'd appreciate it. It does help. Whenever you guys post things, it actually helps YouTubers. So the algorithm sees that, and they're like, hey, people are talking about this. Let's go look at it, that kind of thing. All right, so like I said, I got my notes. Sat down. I've been kind of paying attention to this subject for a little while now, probably since yesterday when it was supposed to go down, and even before that when Pat Bondi said she was going to do something about it, along with Kash Patel. So they're in place. So let me bring you up to speed if you don't know this. So here's what's basically happened. So Bondi says, hey, we're going to release this stuff like day one. And to believe that is a little foolish because on day one, she doesn't even know where her chair is. Okay. So anybody who's like, whoa, that's foolish. I'm sorry, late mate, but I've got to get some sleep. You know my weird ass schedule. There you go, Shrapnel. So Bondi says, hey, we're going to release this stuff, right? And then yesterday, the whole, maybe I can lower this just a little bit. I can't get it any lower. And this thing doesn't rotate. And so yesterday, there's the whole social media influencer freaking binder issue. Look, I've got a binder. Look, it's a binder. It says Epstein on it. Do me a favor, guys, hit that thumbs up button real quick. It helps draw people in here. And so everybody's running around going, the binders, oh my God. So they give these binders to the influencers, and the influencers don't do anything with them. They're like taking pictures of them and posting them, trying to gain traction. And, it starts to be like, okay, cool. And then it starts to get a little pathetic. And it's like, they're just showing us pictures of binders. And then somebody puts out and says, oh, well, there's nothing in them. It's all stuff that we already knew, flight logs, and then like, I've never seen anything so redacted in my life. And then you start seeing, exactly, it's all clickbait. And then you start to see like pictures of redacted documents that weren't actually in the binders. And then Bondi comes out yesterday evening and says, hey, Kash, get all your shit out of there. Get everything out of that office. You know what I'm saying? Out of the Southern District of New York, the federal office there. Bring me freaking everything by 8 a.m. this morning. And that was 3 hours and 19 minutes ago. We haven't heard one whisper as to whether this happened or what, You look at Gene Hackman's body. No, I haven't seen the body. Jokingly. The one and only Nicole. Hey, Nicole, welcome to the stream. Don't recognize you. Make sure you subscribe. Love you, girl. But that's a whole different story. It has nothing to do with any of this stuff. He's been dead for weeks. All right. So with that said, getting back on point. So basically get your ass and get all of this stuff in my office by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And Kash runs his suck on frickin' on X. Oh, this is a new world and everybody's gonna pay and And so that was the last thing we heard about any of this stuff, right? So the real question is why did all this happen? Okay. If you've never worked for the government, it's really difficult to understand how they operate. It's like being, it's like being in a completely different world where like the sky is purple and the grass is blue. And why? Because we said, root beer barrel for the win. I wish, man. I gotta find some more of those. Pamlico, it was an FBI insurrection. Oh, dude, we're gonna talk about that a little bit because I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than I normally go on this because this is me. I try to keep this channel prepper related, and we're gonna talk about that too. But basically focused and not on the political stuff. So, but this does have ramifications for people, for the regular people and the unprepared. All right, because this thing could go sideways. It could go sideways. I don't know how badly, but it could go sideways. What I say about the government is, if something made sense, they wouldn't do it. It's a whole lot of hurry up and wait. Yeah, exactly. And we're going to talk about that too. So let me get back to this. So the question is why the binders? Why the binders? Because you need a symbol. When you run a psyop, you need a symbol. Okay. And honestly, guys, that's all this was. Everything that happened yesterday is nothing more than a psyop. It's an excuse, and I'll explain why here in a minute, okay? Vegan cookies, there you go, going deep. Yeah, and hey, I've been commenting on your videos, man. That's right, dude. I've been watching your videos. YouTube isn't telling me when they come on, so I keep missing them, You had, a live stream yesterday, another one this morning, something like that. It's not telling me. I just have to go searching for the stuff. But anyway, why the binders? Why? Because you need a symbol during a psyop. Otherwise, nobody has a visual representation of what is happening. If you notice, that's all they talked about yesterday on social media, was the damn binders. So, check. All right, so why the influencers? Well, they had to pick specific influencers that were going to tote the line, you know what I'm saying, to carry the water. All right. Why the photo op? Well, the photo op, it was kind of like, if you forgot, the Prime Minister of Great Britain was in town, and every photographer and reporter was on the White House lawn waiting for him to come out. It's kind of opportunistic, isn't it? It's kind of smart. It's kind of deflective and devious, almost like a psyop, right? Oh, let's see. Okay, so let that sink in for a little while. Am I connecting the dots yet? All right, so, and why the big show? Why the big binder show? Why the big binder of nothing? You know what I'm saying? The next words that are going to be coming out of the left's mouth is, this was a giant nothing burger. They've got nothing. But here's the thing. When they do that, they've already fallen for the psyop. Because that means that they're holding water for the party. They're holding water for the left. They're holding water for these bad people. The whole purpose of this psyop is, well, I don't want to tell you that just yet. I don't want to tell you that just yet. Okay? So, why the show? Why what happened yesterday? Oh, vegan cookies. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, bro. Because it's all been planned. It was all planned that way. Okay? So day one, that Bondi, I'm gonna get it, Day one, Cash Patel, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do what's right, blah blah blah, speaking generic terms, no one will understand. Day one came and went. They've been in office for over a week. I think Cash was actually sworn in on Monday. So what happened to day one? Well, it's so hard to get to. Nothing, holding water. It's all part of their plan. The question is, who's there? Well, I think it's actually a good psyop, and I'll tell you why. So, the reality, guys. This operation, it was taken right out of the leftist social media playbook. This is exactly what the left-leaning media has been doing to us for the last 4 years. Just nobody was paying for it. Day one was nap day. My hats always look weird in the videos. They always look like they're not right. I don't know. I just have this thing where a hat's got to fit me right, like a pair of sunglasses got to fit me right. Anyway, so this was literally taken right out of the left social media playbook. How to create narratives. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt, and that it could be why you're so used to it. But this now. Let's think of this as an operation. Okay, so this operation was taken right out of the left's playbook, and this operation actually establishes justification to purge the Southern District of New York office. Are the dots connecting yet? You need a 5-gallon hat. No, I do not. I actually used to wear cowboy hats, but it was neither a 5 or a 10-gallon hat. It was more like a cord hat. No, like maybe you could fit a gallon in one of those regular cowboy hats. I'm not sure. Anyway, but this operation was all set up to justify the purging of the office of the Southern District of New York. What a lot of people don't know is that the FBI normally co-locates itself within the federal offices of a legal jurisdiction, or a legal jurisdiction, a federal legal jurisdiction like the Southern District. That's a federal jurisdiction. Okay, so if you purge that office, think about where all the trouble has been coming out of. Where's all the trouble been coming out of for the last 4 years? Southern District of New York. Pennsylvania tried some crap. I think there was a problem up in Minnesota tried some crap, but they pretty much just like, whoa, wait a minute. You remember when the letter from the Attorney General went out to basically start looking at or put threat tags on on parents who were showing up at the schools? Who was the first one to respond to that? Southern District of New York. This has been a hub of, it's like if you guys know about history, okay, specifically the Romans, there was something called the Praetorian Guard. Now, the Praetorian Guard were basically police/army that were inside of the walls of Rome, the city of Rome, because the Roman army was never allowed to enter the city of Rome. Okay, that's where the term "crossing the Rubicon" comes from. But they were corrupt. They were viable. They killed Caesars all the time. You know what I'm saying? How does the guard? How do assassins get in and kill a Caesar when they're being protected by the Praetorian Guard? It's that easy. They were corrupted. They started off as this great thing. This was this layer of security to keep the army out of the city so that the city could never be ruled or taken over militarily, right? But then they become corrupt and you could buy them. And so what's happening is basically, it's when we talk about the FBI becoming corrupt, and there was actually a push several months back to like, hey, let's just get rid of the FBI. Let's just start all over. The problem is that the cancer that was the FBI was all hiding in the Southern District of New York. It's where they were running this other, basically government, all right, of this other legal system out of, because it was away from DC, it was out of control. They had someone who would actually like play the game with them, follow orders, for lack of better words. Yeah, so this PSYOP, in my opinion, was designed to root out all the people, because if you don't think the algorithms are like paying attention to what people post and say, if you don't think that they're watching all the government emails, Elon Musk, okay, to see who's talking to who, if you don't think that all the government cell phones don't have tags on them, that don't have geotags on them, you know what I'm saying? You'd be a fool. So what they're literally doing is they're using a system that the left created to entrap all of the, I won't say dissenters because that would be wrong. I would say entrap, to ensnare all of the bad guys pretending to be good guys. That's what's actually happening. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, and tell people, they sure are being monitored. Yeah, well, guys, listen, every time the government gets sued over something that is blatantly obvious, it's super easy to figure out this is the right thing that we should be doing, right? Where's it coming from? Southern District of New York. It's that easy. They put a bullseye on themselves. They just kept running their suck, and they became complacent, and they started to believe their own bullshit. That's what basically happened, okay? Government cell phone can't have satanic symbolism anymore. Okay. Let's see here. But I want to talk to you guys about, it's always about the, yesterday and some of today. It's kind of calmed down, but yesterday it was just crazy. So they gave these binders to, there was probably 6 or 7 that I saw, but only 2 of them, okay, were like legitimate J6ers. They were, they've really been like pushing, like, let's go get these guys and find out, release this stuff. They're basically the loudest voices in the room, right? And so they picked them, and they're following this whole new media thing where they're just picking random people, or they're picking the people that, that aren't mainstream media or aren't the loudest people in the room. So 2 of the 6 were the loudest people in the room, and the other 4 were like, whatever. And they're like, well, I got a binder. Well, then they start to see posts. Someone got smart and started checking all these people out and seeing that they had identical posts, almost as if somebody gave them a script. Psyop. Okay, right out of the left's playbook. We've seen all the videos where the left did this for freaking years, where they all use the same words every single time. It's crazy. We even caught freaking what's his name? That senator who has basically got his daughter to send scripts to everybody on the planet so they know what to say. But what this caused was, and it was planned, still far-right conspiracy theories. No, I don't think so. These are all things that actually happened. They actually happened. They happened yesterday. They continue to happen. You might want to get on X and see these things. You might want to watch MSNBC, CBS, ABC, Fox News. You might want to watch them because these are the same things that they're talking about. So, Alfura, welcome to the channel, but no. When you believe a guy walked water and raised himself from the dead, then you're liable to believe these goofy, outlandish conspiracy theories. Oh, buddy. See, now I've got to change your screen. Now I've got to change your screen because I am not religious at all. Okay, but Bullseye, mute that guy. Put him in timeout. Make him go sleepy, something like that. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. Because he can still watch and learn. But yeah, if you're driving, I'm trying to do it right now, but my phone is like, wait, I might put in timeout. I got it. Timeout 24 hours. I got it, bro. All right, so let's see here. Looks like we both got him. Anyway, so it's not personal, dude, but you just come on here and start espousing things. I'm not religious, okay? But you don't see me talking people down about what their beliefs are. That's foolish. It's childish. Grow the fuck up. And this isn't TikTok, so you're not going to be like, boop, 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 and he's off. So go away or hang out, but be a freaking adult. Now, back to what I was saying is, all of this on the, all of this stuff that's happening online, that's on social media, it's all pre-programmed. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that, and I've got to tell you this, and it's actually the inspiration for this entire live stream. All of these people, just because you have 1 million followers, Vegan Cookie, thank you for the $1. Appreciate you, bro. That's right. I can give you a heart and I can give you a like. There we go. I forgot to do that last time. I don't get a lot. Honestly, I don't really ask for money when I do this kind of thing, impromptu stuff, but I appreciate you, man. If you have 1 million followers and I have 1,000 followers, and I get invited to go to the White House and get handed a binder, and do a photo op and be part of the program or whatever it means, it does not give you permission to scream bloody murder and stomp your feet like a freaking 2-year-old who didn't get his Jell-O cup. Okay? Yeah, no worries, bro. You're gonna find that's how I do business, man. You're not gonna find any fake stuff here. That's crazy. You don't know how much money I have just given away, like not taken in order to stay this way. So appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. But like I said, if you got 1 million followers and I got 1,000 and I'm part of the program and you're not, you are not allowed. You are not allowed. It is not permitted. It is not socially acceptable for you to be stomping your feet like a damn 2-year-old because you didn't get the information. This isn't transparency. This isn't what you promised. And dude, that stuff was freaking all over the internet. Okay? All over the internet. Thank you, Bulls. I appreciate it. That stuff was, I mean, it was everywhere. There was more of that. You had to sift through more of that junk to find the actual, like, what's in the binder than anything. That's okay. Let the trolls begin. Every time the trolls come in here, I get like 0.0002 cents for them watching a commercial. You know what I'm saying? Let them come. Bring them in. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll just change the way their screens look. It's okay with me. He probably told his buddy to come over here, and he'll tell his buddy over here, and they just don't understand what's happening, and that's okay, because it is what it is. I used to be a troll. I get troll. I was a troll before most of these trolls knew what trolls were, so it is what it is. All right, so as far as these people that have all this giant following talking about how it's not transparency and how it's just muddying the waters, blah 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 blah, you know, it's all bull. JKR says, I'm waiting for 3 things: Indiana catfish, okay, asteroid impact, and collapse of U.S. government society. Any order? No. No. I mean, we're not going to collapse. We're too big. We're too big to fail, man. No, none of that's going to happen. You know, my major prep is for economic collapse, but the U.S. government is not going to collapse. There's not going to be any zombie games. You know what I'm saying? So JKR, appreciate you, man, but none of that's going to be coming out of my mouth. Let's see here. People, you know, everybody's screaming, fire everyone and lock the doors. And that will serve what purpose? None whatsoever. You know, the social media influencers they're using their followers and their platforms to scream about how this was the wrong way to do things. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, this proves that these high-level influencers have no idea how psyops work, and they know nothing of the world that they comment on daily. You know, it's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. These people, I would love to have 1 million followers. I don't know what I would do with it. I don't think I'd have the relationships that I have with some of my followers, because I'd be too big to fail. That's the catchphrase for today. Too big to fail. I'm gonna drink some coffee. It sucks too, because that Werther's really got my throat coated, and now I'm just like washing it away when I do that. But I love me some coffee. JKR, we're already there. I don't think we are. We're in a period of adjustment. Listen, it's like the term the new normal. There's no such thing. There's it's like people wanting to return to certain days. I'm a child of the 70s and the 80s. Things were very different back then. They were very simple, but these stupid things that I'm talking on, like right now, this stupid phone, this black box, this portal, it changes everything. Technology changes everything. And so going backwards, it's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. We're just adjusting to the changes of our regular world, I want to be optimistic too, brother. Just so much corruption. It just hurts seeing what we have become. Oh, yeah, 100%. We used to be so much more than this. But unfortunately, we start to remember the better times as when we were children, and probably when we're our early 20s. We start to remember those times. And so those are like great times, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know about what was happening all around us because we were so young and so focused on our own personal little bubbles and having fun. We don't know that the world was falling apart. I was alive when we had the gas problems in the late '70s, and I didn't know anything about that. I didn't drive a car. I rode a bicycle, man. My biggest problem was making sure I didn't lose my dad's tools in the lawn, because one, he's going to kill me for losing a tool, and two, he's going to be really pissed off when I destroy his lawnmower because he ran over a damn wrench. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Paleface Skinner, good to see you. BB, yeah, the '80s were the freaking best. The '80s, I'm a freaking a Gen Xer all the way through, man. Get out of the house. Be back when the street lights are on. If you miss supper, you starve until tomorrow morning. You know, it's crazy. Tanuki, hello, how you doing? Rose, hey Rose, good to see you. Job forced me to get a smartphone. Didn't get it till. Opeth. Oh yeah, I'm a product of the '80s, man. That's, like I said, those were the rules. Get out of the house. Summer vacations were never spent doing this. And this is cool. I love gaming. Don't get me wrong, you know. But you know, get out of the house, go play with your friends, stay out of trouble, run, don't get caught. Let's see here. You know, you might come home for lunch. You definitely had a fort in the woods. You definitely set fires and blew things up. You know, and be back before the streetlights were on. You know, I wasn't allowed to be outside after the streetlights were on until, I don't know, I was like 16, no, 15, yeah, 16, freshman year of high school. I wasn't allowed to be outside until after the streetlights were on, and I had to be in by 10 o'clock. On the weekends, you didn't care. They didn't care. You didn't even see me during the week, during the weekends, you know? Yeah, come home when it's dark. I was born in the 90s. I know, man. I was recruiting guys in the 90s, you know? Sorry, 2015 got cut off. I got you, Tanuki. I figured it out. You know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me get back on point. That's great. That's a great conversation to have. But let me get back on point here. So, you know, all these yappers with millions of followers just running their suck. I heard one this morning that I actually kind of respect, but he goes crazy every so often. This was one of those times. Fire Pat Bondi. It's like, well, she was the one who initially started the investigation there in Florida. Yeah. You know, and it's like, take a breath, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. You've dipped your toes into that world. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this guy probably has more experience dealing with bad people and never being trained for it, okay, than anybody I know. A lot of respect for the guy. But sometimes your opinions are just that, and you should keep them to yourself if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You know? Let's see here. So I was actually, you know, watching one of these live streamers this morning, and he says that, you know, how does this affect preppers? And that's right. It does. It doesn't affect preppers directly, but it affects those who do prep and those who do not prep. Because this could go sideways. You know what I'm saying? And we're really talking like way out there in frickin' tinfoil hat land. Conspiracy is the rule, that kind of thing, you know. But there could be not a coup, but there could be a revolution started, or an insurrection, a silent insurrection. You know what I'm saying? By these people that are embedded like ticks in our government, who believe that the government is God. That's what it comes down to. And I'm not religious, but that is their belief. They believe the more government they have, the better, the more rules they have. People need rules. They need boxes to live in. They do, but society should generate those, not some dipstick who thinks that the color purple should be everything that is great. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what that means, then you should probably look it up. And I'm not talking about a movie about slavery. You know, The Color Purple. So, you know, it's be cautious of the people that you're paying attention to, because we're getting our news, we're getting our information from people that we believe are trustworthy, that are on the internet, that are on YouTube. Like, if you don't believe what I'm saying, go do some research and look it up. You know, and be cautious of people who like, I said it, so it must be true. Be cautious of people like that, because regardless of their life experience, there's a very high likelihood that they are absolutely 100% wrong. You know, that's why I always stick to the whole don't tread on me thing. Listen, I'll give you my opinion, but do your own research, find your own facts, make your own decision, be a free thinker. You know what I'm saying? Because once you start to believe somebody, and I hate to say it, but I really see this with people that have very large followings. It's like when somebody has a large following and they turn on their phones, okay? When they turn this thing on right here, okay? They have thousands of people listening to their every word. And that really can fuel an ego, even for somebody that has tried to humble themselves as much as possible. You know, look up there. Look up there. You see how many people are in there? I'm still being humble. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that everything that I say you have to take with a grain of salt. Be cautious, because there are people out there that are just like they're sheep. They're woeful followers. You know, they're willing to accept everything. Yeah, damn right. You know, and I love a good America. You know what I'm saying? But there are people out there that just will just, I don't know that they're taking advantage of it. I don't know if it's hubris. I don't know what it is, but I know that people are listening to what they say. And sometimes they say things that it's like they just have no idea what they're talking about. It's kind of scary. Let's see here. And I'm going to come to the chat. You know what? I'll go to the chat right now because people have been typing things. Sorry, 2015 got talk. Rose says on the farm, be home. On the farm, had to be home during hunting season, not roaming. Yeah, because no one wants to wear an orange vest and nobody wants to get shot working on their tree fort. Tanuki says, was in the U.S. in 95, had a great time, but in the 80s was innocent. Everything was possible. Exactly. Tanuki says, oh, you are a prepper. We would love my country, Switzerland. We bunkers everywhere. The house is live, has an ABC shelter. We use it as a cellar. Tanuki, yeah, I've actually looked into that. Yeah, your country has bunkers everywhere. In fact, I think they made it law that it had to be built that way. I'm not sure if that law still exists, but yeah, and a lot of people don't. They don't use their bunker. The actual, you call it an ABC shelter. It's a bunker, especially if it's in a high-rise building, because it's all designed to be strong enough so that 3 floors can fall on top of it and you guys can still be extracted. It's an amazing program. But it's like they use it for storage. I've seen all the videos on it. I think it's hilarious. I would love to be the guy. I would love to contact, the government of Switzerland and say, hey, listen, I will come over there for 2 years and I'll be the guy who maintains all your bunkers, all your military bunkers. I'll do that for you. No problem. No problem. Hell, I'll even live in one if you want me to. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Bullseye says, they get the mob mentality. Ruth says, generally take any news with a truckload of salt. Yes, Local Prepper is a great channel to subscribe to. I do gun videos. There you go. Self-promotion. There you go. Careful, young man. No. Careful, young Jedi. I tuck out my ass all the time, according to my wife. Nah, reputable source. Jake Harris says, Americans started to poop on January 20th, 2009. Well, I started prepping in 2008 when Barack Obama said, we're going to fundamentally change the United States of America. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, this is the greatest country on the planet. Not because that's how I feel, because it is. Okay? Because people fear and respect that. Because I can sit in this park and say all these things without fear of the thought police coming to arrest me. Okay? Greatest country in the world. Why in the hell would I want to fundamentally change it? Which means changing the fundamentals. Somebody needs to look up that word fundamental and find out what it really means, because I did. Yeah. Changing the way we think, the way we act, the things we do, how we eat, where we drive, what we use for electricity. Okay? Our Constitution. That's what he said when I'm going to change America fundamentally. I started prepping that day. Not a joke. Let's see here. Fundamentally changed. Pancakes or waffles. Actually, I like them both, but I prefer waffles. Um, it's still law to have a bunker. Gotcha. Same here. This is my original story. They wanted to change the law, but after Fukushima, it stayed. Yeah, it's smart. You can't. You know, I think it's smart for Switzerland because if you want to stay neutral, that's great. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to deal with some bad guys, which is why you have so many bunkers in the mountains. That are basically all ready to go, with exception of basically water, food, and ammunition. Everything's inside of them. It's crazy, man. If you guys ever get the chance to watch any of the videos on the bunker system, the active bunker systems that are in that part of the world, it's absolutely amazing, man. Waffles because it has abs. The feelings. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What's up, Ian? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, so let's see here. I promised you guys that that we would talk a little bit about the preparedness stuff. And the reality is that if we can't take our foot off the gas. I'm not saying, oh my God, it's good. The FBI is going to be like shooting. That's not what I'm saying, guys. What I'm saying is that what if things are so, what if, for lack of better words, the evil is so deeply entrenched in our government that in 4 years we end up under B-Rock 2.0? Or somebody worse. They're already starting to pimp out what is that guy from Wisconsin? They've tried the Kamala thing. That didn't work out last week at all. They're all starting podcasts so they can they're all trying to make the Democrat Joe Rogan. They're all trying to make him. What do you got? The governor of California starting a new podcast. He's trying to make himself famous. They just don't understand that it doesn't work. They don't understand that it doesn't work because people don't believe in their ideas. And they think that because they put a microphone in front of themselves, or they comb their hair back, or they say things that are personable, that people are going to, like real people who pay real taxes and have real jobs and have real lives, okay? Not the 18 to 22 somethings that are in college going, oh, thanks for paying for everything, man. You're the best. I love you, okay? Those aren't real people. Those a very smart man once told me, never trust anybody under the age of 30, okay? And it's true because they say stupid ass things, And it's not 100%. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it, but you have to realize, especially if you're watching this and you're young, look around you, look at your inner circle and see if these people that you call your friends are saying dumb ass things. Like things like you're drinking with them and they say something and you go, huh? What? Things like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Everyone nowadays wants a free shirt. Okay, boomer. Oh, I got called a boomer? All right, now generation are lead heads. Laurenese, are you really calling me a boomer or are you just joking? I'm just kind of curious. I'm not a fan of that term. Because I think it makes people who use it if you know them and they're joking, it's cool. But if you don't know them and they're not joking, why is she trying to do that? Hold on a second. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to lose you guys. Hold on. Swipity swipe, swipity. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Hey, Pilgrim, good to see you. The girlfriend, well, she was just checking in with me is all. She was just checking in with me. I told her had to tell her where I was. I mean, she can track me if she wants. She's got that 360 thing on me, because I favor, I get called FUD boomer because I favor 45 ACP over 9mm for defense EDC. Okay, boomer. Your whole generation are lead heads. Let's see. Tunuk says, sometimes you need stupid ideas to accomplish great things. Hey, listen, man, no idea is totally stupid because you might actually learn something from it. Instead of just immediately dismissing it, you miss out on the opportunity to learn something. I mean, at the very worst, you're going to learn that this person that you're speaking with is willing to say really dumb things. Let's see. Vegan gave me another 99 cents. You're the man. I'm almost up to $3. Let's see. Still love you, man. Tunuk says the only thing that could upset us Xers was to call them boomers. Yeah, because it's like it's like old people are boomers. Well, yeah, I mean, if you were born like way before me, then you're a boomer. And oh, by the way, guys, I actually look very young underneath this beard. But it's kind of mind blowing because, you know, for operational purposes, we'll just say that I have to fool the artificial intelligence cameras, that kind of thing. Let's see here. Norland says, in all seriousness, check your non-perishable food because those certain people are targeting individuals who know they are in danger and aware via international poisoning or tainting. I had not heard that. And if you would like to share more of that information with me, you can email me at contactlocalprepper@gmail.com. Contactlocalprepper, all one word, @gmail.com. Because I'm always curious about the information like that. I'm really waiting for my girlfriend to like walk up behind me now that she knows where I am. All right, let's see here. But no, I appreciate that. I appreciate that Norlands. And you know, the funny thing is, heard that. I'm all proud to be called a boomer. It's okay. You know, I deal with young people from time to time. In fact, I was just like, there was a, so if you haven't seen my videos on like, I think it was like Conversations with a Socialist. I was talking to this kid on now all paranoid and shit. I was talking to this kid. He's 30 years old, or maybe he's 32, I think. He's a socialist. And I was talking to him online, and just having genuine conversation with him, right? And listening to what he had to say, and telling him how I thought about things. And he's like, "Well, you should definitely." He thought he was gonna like corner me or something, right? Because he does. I hate to say it, but he's a nobody. He's a nothing. He's an overeducated idiot. And I hate to say that about anybody. I truly do. And if he sees this, so what? He already knows what I think of him. I mean, we haven't had a falling out or anything like that. But here's the thing. I have no respect for him. All right. I have no respect for him because he was like, I drank all the Kool-Aid. I drank all the MAGA Kool-Aid. You know, when he, like either in college or pre-college, right? And then he started seeing how things really were. And then he started, you know, the whole idea behind socialism is just it's so touchy-feely. It's so warm and cuddly to him, you know? So then he starts studying all these socialists and their ideology, and it's really speaking to him. And it's like, as a human being, that's cool. That's cool, man, because you found something that maybe you like, you know? But then you start to have conversations with him, and you know, he's just another dipstick Democrat, you know, in socialist clothing. It's. I think the one thing I don't like about the guy, and then we're going to be off of this subject, is that he doesn't even live in the United States. He's an American who lives in Australia. Is that who I think that is? No, it is not. He's an American who lives in Australia. And he doesn't live stream on YouTube because what he does is he sets in his room and live streams on, I think it's Twitch. And then he live streams on Twitch. It was who I thought it was. He live streams on Twitch and then watches other people's videos and then tells them all how stupid they are. You know what I'm saying? Or he watched like socialist videos and it's like, oh yeah, but Marx would never do it that way. You know, it's like, okay, what are you doing, man? And the thing is people pay him. People pay him. That's his income. That's his job. You know what I'm saying? He like live streams for like 6 to 8 hours, you know? And it's really weird because like most of the people who watch his stuff are Americans, right? So, and he's in Australia, so it's like a 13-hour difference. And it's like, so they have to be, these are people that watch his stuff that are up all night long, doing nothing but watching him watch other people's videos. And so when he comments, and he's got actually has 2 degrees. He wouldn't tell me what the other one was, but when he comments on American politics and how he understands the system so well, it's very clear that his understanding of the system is based on his personal opinion and what he sees on the internet, not what's really happening in America. And oh, by the way, if you leave the country, bro, if you ever see this, if you leave the country, you're not an American anymore. You're a frickin' expat. And you know what that means. So, hey, have a Coke and a smile. You know the rest of it, right? Doomsday Queen, what's going on, lady? Guys, if you have not seen Doomsday Queen's channel, you need to get on it. She's the real deal. She's the real deal. Saw her doing sprouts the other day. Yeah, we need to build up her channel. She just came over from TikTok, and I know your channel is actually several years old, but you never used it. She's like a TikTok phenomenon, so you need to go over there and check her out. Yeah, go over there and subscribe to her channel. Let's go ahead and build it up. And yeah, you need to email me, girl, because like I don't know what the delay is, but that's the flag making that noise. Ooh, thought I was gonna get ready to get put in timeout. But yeah, you need to hit me up on email. We need to get together and do something. Stop dragging your feet. Plenty of time in the world. Let's see here. Good. I hope he stays in Australia. Rose says, my job has always worked with people of all the ages, but my job is to train all to use new software. No trash given or taken. There you go. Twitch is a funny place. Yeah. I used to be on Twitch as a gamer. I did pretty well over there, but I never got it. I never like earned any money from it. It was kind of goofy. You're very welcome, Doomsday Queen. Where we at? Clapper tried to replace TikTok. Yeah, you know, Clapper is a very weird algorithm. You know, I'm on Clapper, but I don't make Clapper videos, and I don't make Clapper videos or do Clapper lives because the algorithm is all about presenting or pushing forward brand new channels. So I get tired of TikTok. I go on Clapper, and it's like in 2 days, like 2,000 followers, and I stop making videos for like a day. And I can go on Clapper right now, and I'll watch people drop in and they pop right back out. Drop in, pop right back out. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, my content hasn't changed. I've been doing this for 4 years now. And my content hasn't changed. So I don't understand what's going on. And then you start talking to people who have been doing it for a while, and they'll tell you that once you stop making videos, all of your stuff gets pushed to the back. Doesn't matter if people have you like, hey, notify me, you know, followers, subscribe. It doesn't matter, any of that. None of that matters, you know. Let's see. I know I'm so slow. I've been swamped. I won't drag my feet. Let's do it. All right. Well, send me an email, and let's set up like a Zoom call or something where I can talk to you. I'm wondering about your internet because I've seen. I don't know if it's your phone or whatever, but I see a lot of your live streams on here. They're kind of glitchy. And we need to figure out a way to make that better. I think your computer's the better way to do that. But let's definitely set something up because I want to interview you and I want to talk to you. And I've told you in that email that I don't do ambushes, and it's just that easy. It's just that easy. And for those of you that have been following, I did advertise last week that I had interviewed another prepper who's actually he has like a book. It's actually like 2 books of research that he made for his family. He's a pretty unique guy, and like nobody's ever heard of him either. I can't believe nobody's ever heard of this guy, right? And the whole recording is corrupted. So I'm waiting for him to get back up with me to tell me when we can do it again. So just FYI, that's what happened with that. Let's see here. Yeah, I just uploaded the same video I uploaded here. Gotcha. Pop and lock. Are they glitchy? I think so. I don't know. Okay. That is bursting out the Starlink. I'm tracking with you, but here's the thing. I'm wondering. So, like yesterday when you went live, were you on your phone? Okay, question mark, number 1. And when you met me the first day and you're sitting at your computer using the camera in your computer, that was not bad. Okay? So when you're on your phone, it's slightly pixelated and it gets glitchy. So I'm gonna drink some coffee. That's right, you can't escape. You can't escape. I only send this to people I like. I only have like maybe 30 of them left. Is it a Doomsday Queen? Is it an iPhone? I'm gonna share the punchline with you. There's the problem. Okay, so getting back on point, so we're talking about the whole Epstein thing and what happened and all the crazy stuff. I knew it. I knew it was an iPhone. Anyway, so much for that great camera. Anyway, none of this is going to matter on Monday. None of this Epstein crap is going to matter on Monday. Okay, so Fridays used to be Bad News Fridays. And then they turned into Good News Fridays on January 20th. And now they're Good News for the Good Guy Friday. So right now it is 12:06. At 1 p.m. today, there's supposed to be a presser where they talk about the Ukrainian deal and mineral rights and how we're going to get half of all their stuff. And it's going to piss Russia off because they really wanted to do that with us. Stuff like that, all right? So this will all the Epstein stuff will be like, Epstein, 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 Epstein. That's what's going to happen, okay, guys? So be aware of it, and don't focus on this. This Epstein stuff will figure itself out. It's not going to change the price of eggs, which are going down. It's not going to change the price of gas, which are going down. I can't wait till the lefties can no longer use that stuff because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, okay, listen, I didn't mean to get under your skin. I use iPhone. Does my stuff suck? I just got a laptop. Should I switch to that? Should I be giving seminars? You know what? I used to, the running joke was when I had my own business, I charged $60 an hour. And I was the cheapest guy in the military. I used to work in military simulation. The end of my career was all military simulation for like 12 years. And so that used to be my running joke. I figured out like one day my salary and I was like, that's $60 an hour. So whenever somebody would ask me a question or ask for my help that I didn't like, I'd be like, that's $60. I used to give people invoices. But let's see, lefties start blaming naval lint soon. I know, right? Hey, listen, I had gas last week. That's Trump's fault. That's the joke. But no, your stuff doesn't suck. I haven't seen any of your stuff glitch out. I think there's with Doomsday Queen, I think that there is a how do I say? I don't want to sound too technical, but her phone and her internet, while are connected and compatible, are not speaking like the same. It has a lot to do with zeros and ones. We'll say that. I don't like using technical terms. So, Tuck's here. Good morning, Ben Lurkin. You're such a lurker, man. Also, no to TikTok. I know, right? Yeah, but it's like I love when people tell me stuff like TikTok. I got TikTok is nice. Don't get me wrong. But the problem with TikTok is that you get one snowflake who doesn't like the way you pronounce the word, and they can literally push a button and shut down your live stream. So you have to. It forces you to say exactly. You speak in the words that never upset anybody whatsoever, and they're trying to create this fake environment. It's not real. Bandwidth? Yes. No, it's not bandwidth. It's not bandwidth. She's on Starlink, so she's got at least a gig up and down, no problem. Life is what you make it. Titanic. Trump should do well. Oh, should do well. Life is what you make it. I like that. Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But Trump should do well. I can't tell if you're being positive or negative, man. That is too funny. That's too funny. Yeah, I have a lot of faith in what's happening. And going back to like when I was talking about the social media developers, you know what I'm saying? The influencers, it's like, dude, take a freaking breath. Just because you can order everything you ever wanted off Amazon and have it at your house in 12 hours doesn't mean that the government's going to work that way. There's a lot of human beings involved. Well, yeah, you know, it's like, well, Occam's razor. Well, okay, Occam's razor. I don't like you. So I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to rip you out of your house. I'm going to throw you in a car, drive you down the road, and toss you in the river. Why? Why? Because it's the easiest way for me to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? But it's stupid. It's just stupid, you know? Miko, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Vegan cookies. No, you got us over $3. We're almost at $4, man. Let's see here. Vegan cookies. Getting Starlink for one of my priorities soon. Oh, I thought you said you had Starlink. I thought you said you had Starlink. We're definitely going to have to talk. We're definitely going to have to talk. Dan the Dan Daman. My girlfriend's ex-husband was Dan. He was in the Navy. We call him Dan the Sailor Man. Let's see here. Hope you're having a good day. Go try. I like you. I like you a lot. I like it. What are we getting? I thought you said you had Starlink. Starlink is awesome. Let's see here. I email local media if community name mispronounced. Just want to share correct info. That's hilarious. I sound like such a dipstick when I. But I actually laugh like that from time to time. There's nothing worse than a comedian who laughs at his own jokes. But yeah, this whole thing is let it go. You see any of this stuff in me? Just let it go. Unless you hear like the full list is now available. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's redacted. Don't even give it a second blink. Don't even give it a second look, man, because it's a waste of time. It's a total waste of time. Go find something else to watch. Go watch one of my crazy videos about like making first aid kits, or I mean, do something productive with your time. All right, let's see here. It's 12:12. I gotta go get some lunch. I'm not supposed to laugh at my jokes. Am I not supposed to laugh at my jokes? No, you are not. All right, guys. That's going to be about it. You know what? I'm going to walk. We're going to walk. Let's walk, and then you guys can do whatever you're going to do. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I can give you that heart, and I keep forgetting that. Everybody give Vegan Cookies a thumbs up there for throwing 99 cents at me. It is actually appreciated. And if you guys don't know, all the money that I get sent or earned or whatever from this YouTube channel actually goes to buying a new computer so I can actually process 4K video. All right, let's go. Oh, I'm sitting too long. We're going to go walking. We're going to go walk over to the apartment. Let's see if I can get everything in my hands here. Oh, so many things. All right, there we go. All right, thumbs up. First aid cookies. There you go. Friday. Embroidered. That's a nice little park. It really is. Oh, what will we do? What is this country coming to? Oh my God. I would say it's coming to the same thing it's been coming to for 200 plus years. Excellence. Excellence. Toodles. So, what is it? Doomsday Queen, send me that email. We can talk. Basically, set aside an hour. We'll get some stuff figured out. Get you on the YouTube side. Tell me what you're doing, that kind of thing, and I'll be happy to share my knowledge with you. It's only $65 an hour. No, I do that shit for free. All right, let's see. Love stream later. We'll talk to you later, Vegan Cookies. Thanks for the $4. People are looking at me like I'm crazy. Hello. This little town, it's mostly like octogenarians. So whenever they see anything modern, they kind of freak out a little bit. But here's what I know. Tonight I'll be going to the bar with my honey. Gonna hang out with some friends. Gonna drink a little bit of apple brandy on ice in a classy little cup. No, a glass. And gonna eat some food. And just be humans. Just be humans. All right, let's see here. I think I'm about out of time here. And you guys aren't saying anything, so we're gonna go ahead and kill it. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you when I see you. And don't forget, Drawing, 3 o'clock today. The video drops. You shall see what I'm talking about. Hey, Grumpy, too late, bro. I got to go. Later. That one.